The chapter opens with a scene of mass carnage as the invasion is underway. We see Stryker observing this from a rooftop with his partner Cabal. Reptile climbs up the building to get them and can somehow dodge bullets, and even melt them in midair with acid breath. Stryker gets disarmed and beats the crap out of Reptile. The two descend to street level and, noticing Melina, Stryker goes to investigate.
Hey, what are you doing out here?
Looking for a new playmate.
Stryker beats her, of course, and Raiden knocks her out before she can attack again. He has another vision and looks over to see Johnny Cage fighting Motaro, telling us that Raiden has just seen the vision of Johnny Cage's death. Evidently not wanting one of the game's best things to be removed, he goes over to prevent this. Stryker can somehow recognise Johnny Cage from this distance and sees Raiden tackle Motaro through the bridge. Kintaro attacks and burns Cabal with his fire breath, and Stryker beats Kintaro before being thrown to the subway by Ermac. This fight is easier than the last time you fought him because Stryker can just spam his pistol. He's probably the best character in the game because of it.
I think I'll be keeping my soul.
Nightwolf arrives after the fight, having been absent since the end of MK1. Jack stuck around but Nightwolf didn't. Nightwolf asks Stryker to join Raiden's forces and he reluctantly agrees. They find that Cabal is missing and we find out exactly why in chapter 13, Cabal. The chapter opens with Kano applying Cabal's mask to help him breathe. They talk for a bit and Kano says that Shang Tsung healed Cabal's entire body except his lungs, so he needs the mask. Okay, first of all, why? What does Shang Tsung hope to accomplish by healing Cabal? Second, he's clearly not done a very good job because Cabal's face and arms are still horrifically burnt. And even if we do accept that Shang Tsung has actually healed Cabal, if Shang Tsung is powerful enough to heal Cabal's burns, why was he not able to fix his lungs? This whole thing makes no sense. We also find out that Cabal left the Black Dragon and became a cop, hence why he's partnered with Stryker. Kano tries to give Cabal his old hook swords back, but he refuses. Yet he somehow has them when the actual fight starts. This is a simple oversight that they really should have noticed and could have easily been fixed with a slight rewrite.
How do I get out of here?
Good luck. No one gets out of Outworld without Shao Kahn's say-so.
Cabal forces Kano to take him to the throne room as Melina arrives with Motaro's corpse.
I will go to Earthrealm to finish Motaro's work.
Yes. Shang Tsung.
Yes, Emperor.
The Empress requires something of you.
This is the event that sets all the bad shit into motion. And I also hate the fact that Shao Kahn kills Shang Tsung but keeps Quan Chi around as if to say Quan Chi is better than Shang Tsung. Again, I reiterate, he's not. Cabal goes forward and beats Noob and Melina together. He dashes through the portal before Quan Chi can close it. Suck it, Quan Chi. He then arrives back at the bridge where he's approached by a new character, Cyber Sub-Zero, who manages to keep more of his Predator inspiration than Sector or Cyrax do. Cabal takes him down and Shiva arrives assuming Cabal is Lin Kuei. Why? I have no idea. Raiden and Smoke arrive and Cabal joins them.
That which made him Sub-Zero no longer exists.
He is my friend. What they did to him, it is hideous.
You're right. We gotta help him if we can.
This is another little scene I like because it shows Cabal's good nature in wanting to help a complete stranger because he sees some of himself in Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero is brought back online by Jax, who is now randomly shown up with his metal arms, and no one even mentions it. And chapter 14, Cyber Sub-Zero begins.
We need intel, right? Let's send him back to Outworld undercover.
They will be unaware of my defection. I could deceive them.
He tells Sector that he killed Cabal and goes on a mission with him. It turns out Sector knows the truth and they fight. Sub-Zero then hacks into Sector and learns that prisoners are being taken to the clock tower in the cemetery, guarded by Kano and the Shao Kahns. Goro and Kintaro awkwardly flail their arms about, and Sub-Zero freezes them, and then Kano. He frees the soldiers, and the Shao Kahns break free, leading to the most abusive use of 2-on-1 battles in history.
All those teeth and claws, yet still overmatched.
Sub-Zero somehow manages to win though, and Ermac, who has now changed back to his first outfit for some reason, shows up to fight. Cyber Sub-Zero has a significantly better moveset than his human counterpart, and is able to beat Ermac again. Ermac lost to Sub-Zero when he was human. What the hell chance do you think he had now that he's a robot? The soldiers return to their unit while Sub-Zero goes to the graveyard, but he reports that Quan Chi is preparing a spell. Raiden has a vision of the Soul Nado that takes the souls of all of Earth's inhabitants in the original. The amulet cracks a little more, and Nightwolf tells Sub-Zero to do what he can until Nightwolf himself arrives.
You are not worthy of the name Sub-Zero. Who are you to judge? I wore those colors before you. Bi-Han? Yes, Kuai Liang. It is I.
Noob denounces Kuai Liang as his brother, and the two fight. Sub-Zero emerges victorious over his brother and returns the favour.
You are right. We are not brothers.
Quan Chi then finishes his spell and the Soul Nado forms. Chapter 15, Nightwolf, begins as Nightwolf arrives and says,
Your soul is not safe!
So, a cyborg's soul isn't safe, but Nightwolf's is. It's because he's Native American and in tune with the spirits and all that other stereotypical bullshit innit. Quan Chi somehow remembers Nightwolf's name from that one fight in the tournament, and he fights Noob, knocking him into the Soul Nado, corrupting and destroying it as Quan Chi makes his escape. Nightwolf returns to the base as the others discuss possibilities such as Raiden seeing possible futures and not the future. Really though, the future and therefore the visions should be constantly changing because of Raiden's actions, and this is why you should never do a time travel story unless you think long and hard about the consequences of time travel. And I don't know where Liu Kang, Kitana, Jade and Sonya were when Sub-Zero came back online, and it's never discussed either.
No! How is it not enough? I must speak with the Elder Gods. Shao Kahn's violation must be punished. Nightwolf, you will lead until we return.
As you wish, Hyoga.
He leaves the guy who didn't stick around for MK2 to lead. Not the champion of Mortal Kombat or the 10,000-year-old princess, not the special forces operatives or the police officer. Just this random guy because he's the one you're playing as at the moment. The Lin Kuei invade the base and Nightwolf deals with Cyrax, then saves Smoke from Sector. Raiden meanwhile asks the Elder Gods for help, but they say that Kahn hasn't violated the rules as invasion isn't a violation, only merging the realms is. Despite Raiden's pleas, they refuse to help and leave, though I'm not sure where they're leaving to, since this is their realm. And this is it. This is the exact point where everything goes to shit. Sindel arrives and they all attack her. Just watch this sequence.
Let's do this.
Attack!
Nightwolf gets back up and fights her, but he isn't able to defeat her. Raiden and Liu Kang return to find Nightwolf losing. He uses his powers to kill Sindel at the cost of his own life. Where do I begin? Sindel comes in and plows through 10 of the best fighters in the game, killing 7 of them. And is so powerful, another one has to sacrifice himself just to kill her. It's obviously just a pathetic attempt at creating drama and building tension, and it fails so spectacularly because it completely devalues the heroes and makes them seem pathetic. Keep in mind we've seen such feats as Sub-Zero single-handedly defeating Goro and Kintaro. It might not have been as bad if, say, the Lin Kuei attack had something to do with this, or if the heroes had died over the course of the story one by one. But no, the characters all die in one scene, and the Lin Kuei attack was just an excuse to give Nightwolf more fights. I mean, this right here is one of the key reasons I hate this game. And if you don't understand why from this, you're a fucking idiot. Liu Kang finds Kitana, who pretty much confesses her love to him just before she dies. Raiden says he plans to form an alliance with Quan Chi against Kahn, because of course Quan Chi is the only one who can help them. Liu Kang objects, and rightfully so, and says that Raiden has gone mad. He sees Johnny and Sonya still alive, and makes it clear that he's lost all trust in Raiden, who leaves to begin the final chapter. So Raiden's chapter begins with him arriving in the Netherrealm and being confronted by Scorpion. Yeah, I bet you forgot Scorpion was even in the fucking game. I know I did. Raiden beats him down and Quan Chi arrives. Raiden offers the souls of the dead Earthrealm warriors, even his own should he fall, in return for Quan Chi's aid. But here's the fucking thing. He already has them. And you know why? Because Shao Kahn gave them to him. Tell me something. Exactly how in the fuck does Shao Kahn have the right to do that? I mean, this right here is just another pathetic attempt at building tension by having all the dead heroes become Quan Chi's zombie slaves. And of course, they have to be the zombie slaves of Quan Chi because he's the greatest villain ever. Quan Chi sets Jax, Cabal and Striker against Raiden, who wins somehow. Then Kitana, Nightwolf and Kung Lao, who has his primary outfit in game, but is alternate in cutscenes. Consistency! And why the fuck is Sub-Zero still a cyborg when he's dead? Apparently his soul was automated too. Raiden and Quan Chi argue and Raiden comes to a realization.
Only through mortal combat may Shao Kahn merge the realms, lest he face the judgment of the Elder Gods. Lest he face the judgment of the Elder Gods. He must win.
Raiden leaves and finds Liu Kang, who is as sick of this shit as I am. He refuses to listen to Raiden when he tells him to let Kahn win, and they fight. Raiden wins as Johnny and Sonya arrive. Liu Kang tries to use a fire attack, but Raiden hits him with a lightning bolt, and Liu Kang is burned alive. Liu Kang says that Raiden has killed them all, and dies. The main character of the entire series just died by accident. I defy you, I fucking defy you to try and defend that shit. Back in Deadly Alliance when they killed him off, the point was to show that the Deadly Alliance was the biggest threat yet, and that they weren't to be fucked with. Hey? What the fuck did this accomplish? Liu Kang's dying words remind me of something. You know when you have a series, and one of the characters wonders what things could have been like if they'd acted differently, or if they hadn't been born or something, and discover that it would have actually been worse? That's what this feels like. But sadly that's not what this is. This actually happens. This actually happens. Sonya and Johnny attack Kahn, but he takes them both down. Raiden submits to Kahn, who beats him mercilessly in the exact same way he did in the opening. Same hits, same dialogue, same camera angles. It seems that they were trying to draw parallels between the two events, but it still doesn't need to be hit for hit and line for line, so it just seems incredibly lazy. Kahn's about to finish Raiden, but the Elder Gods possess him and fight Kahn. That's right, the final fight is played as the Elder Gods possessing Raiden. And it doesn't help that Raiden has one of the worst movesets in the game, and indeed has always had one of the worst movesets in the game. So let me get this straight. The Elder Gods set up this tournament and its rules specifically to stop Shao Kahn from taking Earthrealm. And yet they won't lift a finger when he blatantly defies them and invades anyway. But they will intervene if he actually succeeds. As stupid and arseholeish as the Elder Gods in Mortal Kombat are, I doubt they'd ever do that. So again, I blame the writers. So they beat Kahn and leave Raiden's body to finish him off in the most pathetic looking way possible, and then they leave. It's nothing compared to Kahn turning to stone and shattering or just exploding with energy, is it? The sky's clear and the amulet heals. Still makes no fucking sense. Earth's last 3 heroes are left to rebuild, as I wonder if Liu Kang is one of Quan Chi's zombie slaves too or not. I can pretty much guarantee that he is though. And then of course Quan Chi shows up because we can't end this game without Quan Chi, and he picks up Kahn's helmet. It turns out he's working for Shinnok, setting up the events of MK4. But we already know he isn't really working for Shinnok, so it's quite clear that they're just trying to turn him into Revolver fucking Ocelot. You know, the guy that plays everyone to achieve his own goals. But here's the difference. Revolver Ocelot is written by someone who can actually tell a good story. These fucking clowns, they have no idea how to tell a good story. They have no idea how to build tension and drama, and they have no idea how time travel works. They think Quan Chi is the best villain in the fucking world and glorify him every chance they get. All the heroes die so we can have some stupid fucking story in the next one where there'll be like 5 heroes left. Pretty much everyone else on the roster. I don't understand how anyone could possibly like this game's story. This game's story has completely ruined all these characters and stories that I've come to know and love over the last 10 years. All that's left now is the characters.